Day 40. So, last night I had a date with my current younger woman. We had a great time. I picked her up. She doesn't drive, which I guess is a bonus. Well, it's a bonus and a negative, but a woman can't roam very far when they can't drive very far. Anyway, she's a very sweet girl. We had a lovely time. But we got talking about her girlfriends. She had a girlfriends get-together the previous week, I think on Saturday night or something. She got together with mostly women who are older than her, in their mid-30s, and one of them is in her 40s. So she clearly looks to these women for some inspiration as far as how to handle themselves in the world. One of the women is long married, and she says she has a good relationship, so that's encouraging to me. But one of the women pulled her aside and said two things to her. My girl the other day reached out, and she basically wanted to tell me that she loves me, but she's too timid to do so, which is fine. I would rather she not commit to that in words in the event that we don't stay together. It'll make it easier for her, the transition. Like I said, I'm not committing anything. She told me she basically said she really, 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 really likes me. And it's very sweet, and I'm going to do my level best to, carry her with kid gloves, because I feel she's getting something good out of our relationship right now, because I'm giving her a lot of advice and trying to give her some life direction. But her one girlfriend said that for her to tell me that she likes me is immature. Now, the minute she told me her friend said this, alarm bells went off for me, because it says that, any woman who's going to tell someone that they're doing something wrong just from the word go has got some controlling, aka narcissistic tendencies. Further to that, apparently this woman is dating some guy, but won't reveal who the guy is, and says she's just having fun, which means the guy is simply a placeholder, and she's not going to reveal it to anybody. I should talk. But the point is that I am giving this girl, I'm treating her very well. I'm not minimizing her. But I'm not going out and going to introduce my kids to her and all that kind of stuff. Because again, we've only been seeing each other, barely 2 weeks, right? But her friend also proceeded to tell her to do things like not call me so much, not be as available. And it was interesting that my girl confided this in me, because more or less she's looking for my input and validation. And I quite frankly just said, I don't have time for women that play games, and I'm just get rid of them. And to be honest, the girl to whom this project is about, I don't know if she's playing games on purpose or what, but she would be quiet for, days at a time. And but I think it was more because she was pulling away and didn't know how to do it because of my neediness. Beat myself with a hammer, right? Neediness to women is like garlic to vampires. But yeah, it was nice that she confided that in me, and I just said, hey sweetie, you just keep being a good girl, reaching out to me, and there won't be any problems. Because that's really, again, keeping the power dynamic, keeping my frame there, not the not leading with threats or anything like that, just calm, cool, and collected. But you have to pay attention to the friends a woman has. Now here's the thing, my other girlfriend really didn't have any friends other than her sisters, which she saw now and again, and some acquaintances at her son's sporting events, which she interacted with a little bit, and I interacted with them once, but they're pretty low functioning women. What does that mean? well, my ex-girlfriend needed her validation from her relationships. And my neediness reaching out to her lowered my value in her eyes, which lowered the value of the validation I gave and became a vicious circle. So anyway, the point is that pay attention to the friends a woman has. Pay attention to when she talks to you about their interaction, how she interacts back and forth with them. And use this as your barometer of how, when she talks to you about her interactions with them, how she's going to interact with you. Is this important? And especially if she has girlfriends who are basically using men as utilities. Watch that carefully. Now, in the case of my girlfriend, she has men for validation, which, on one hand, she's using men for validation, but it's going to be almost instinctual because of her upbringing. She didn't get a lot of validation as a child, and now she needs it more so than ever. And that's why you have to, when you're going to date a woman who needs lots of validation, you have to be alpha as fuck. And you always have to be, in her eyes, worth far more than she is. It's the only way it's going to work. Anyway, it's day 40 and it's still hurting. I think this is going to hurt for a long time. But hopefully it won't have to go on for a long time. We're going to find out, right? Good times. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening.